Welcome to Secure Management Faculties, where your mind is key before you unlock with a scene. Secure Agent Dreyfus. You do a check real quick. Thank you. All right. So I want to acknowledge something that is attempted to be exposure. Below you should see two videos, and they'll be conducively related because one is in an inspiring group of people, and the second one is where that inspiration came from. Now, not about to make any excuses about this video at all, because I want to acknowledge that the expression and persona of the joking atmosphere of where that motivation of this video comes from is entirely true. Now, the contents of the video, as far as it being expressed, is totally copyrighted, if you will, because the point is it was motivated as a joking scheme atmosphere. The video that you should have, it should be a link and it should say exposed, but there's nothing to be exposed about, considering the fact that this was 10 plus years ago. Not only that, 2 to 3 years after high school, I'm roughly 20, 21. And I'm not using this as a passive door to escape what we were literally having fun with. And that was the cultural etiquette and expression and bonding amongst each other between the banter of making fun of the culture simultaneously with what we were personally talking about in the video that really was just horseplay. To the people that are presuming that they are exposing me for something, you are only exposing yourself. You're only exposing the fact that you may run to your personal limit within yourself, maybe your career, maybe things that you're doing in life. But I want you to understand that this will not stop the production of secure management faculties or anything that I do. I want you to understand that what people don't see on that screen is what's behind the camera when we've had those talks about personal spiritualism, politics, self-etiquette, making ourselves better in condition that you suppress, that you wouldn't accept, as far as me producing that to the culture. And each time it got produced as it is now, you're doing exactly what you're doing now because you don't want to see it. You make this presumption as if there is a fake facade, but I am still that same person. I'm just not projecting myself through those same etiquettes anymore in the form of that acting, right? And the thing is, I'm not denying my environment either. I'm not denying the capacities of where I come from, right? The elements of the hustle that comes from our culture, the viciousness of the non-forgiving atmosphere of if you're caught not being as masculine as you should be, and all these things that come from our culture. It's just that what I am now is that you wouldn't accept that in terms of what it was then, and you left it to be suppressed. You have no control or input over that. And so you want to try to expose to say as if I was switching personalities. Again, noting facts 10 plus years ago. But even then, that video itself, or this video that is being displayed at the bottom, or was being displayed at the bottom, is an acting skit. So I want to say this to you. I'm not embarrassed about it at all. 100% love myself then, and I can actually tap right back into that, right? That's easy because that's just from the environment in which I was exposed around, that I've made a condition to myself a long time ago, that the commitment to that to be, personed in permanently is just not what it is, because it's just not conducive to what I am in full as a person. So I acknowledge the video that you guys have posted, but I want to tell you this. You have no power. I'm going to embrace this post that you have. And I know that this is your only card because my Facebook is open publicly as well. Or should I say my social media platforms that I have displayed are open all the way to 2013 at least. And you have this one video that was a skit motivation off of another video, Tube Steak, right? And you're taking it and you're trying to leverage it to make it seem like I was doing things that I shouldn't be. But this path that I'm on is all about bruises and scars. This path that I'm on in security protection is about death, protection, and receiving the most immaculate worst of humanity at the worst amounts of times. And you're trying to expose me as if I'm being a saint, a priest. Now, I could argue about my good, right? I could, but I choose not to, because we know what this world is about. We know what this world is about in our culture, growing up in broken family homes, no fathers, no parents. And you're taking one moment of an acting skit that I share with you in order to sort of enjoy your atmosphere and the capacity of what we mixed ourselves up in, and you're going to try to use it as ammunition. You're a coward. Or the amongst of you collectively are cowards, and you have not developed sufficient enough to do anything else but do what you're doing now. You have not developed enough to come to the capacity to acknowledge me as a person and or challenge me physically, right? And not saying that as in a threatening aspect, but to some context right now in present time, that is true. You know what I'm about. You know my background. You know what my mental frame is about. And even then, if you listen to the end of the video, you hear me do a laughing sigh saying, all right. And the laughing sigh is conducive to me getting tired of putting on this active persona after we were done doing that recording skit that we were just simply having fun with in that chaotic environment. Before I started to make alterations to say, I want to be what I am now. And if I look back and shake the hand of myself 10 plus years ago, he would literally give me respect. And even then, the respect was there. It's just that I was giving you all your chance to be around me in my atmosphere to see if you would accept me for what I am now. But that's all done, and the diligence has been done. The work has been done. There's nothing to expose here. I accept it entirely and the conditions to what that may mean, negative and possibly the secure management faculties. And I want to let you know that you have no power whatsoever. Now, while times are good and I'm still strong, I'm in my youth, that's been like that forever, you know, no drinking and smoking. You didn't mention that, and I didn't do that in those environments, right? Train, get strong, and come and meet me at one of our martial arts underground circuit tournaments. And then we can settle things there professionally as warriors and not hide behind a camera screen that tries to expose somebody to something that they wasn't hiding in the first place, with all due respect. Not saying that to anyone in the condition of sending out threats. But I know what this is about, and I know what you're about. So, again, vlog playlist of secure management faculties, where your mind is key before you unlock what is seen. Secure Agent Dreyfus, you will not stop me. You will not hinder me. Let's get that clear. And if you want to shake my hand man to man, I can look at you and tell you the same thing I'm telling you now. I will stand as a warrior. Secure Agent Dreyfus. I'll see you guys on the following uploads. Thank you.